Let's move on and talk about sort of the bifurcated nature of the media these days. You know, it's consumers are increasingly gravitating toward outlets that basically tell them what they want to hear, reinforce their beliefs. A friend of mine said they're seeking affirmation, not information. So given that, how do you restore trust in the media writ large if people are so divided about which media outlets are actually fair and accurate? Anybody? Nick, you want to take that?
Sure. And I would say that I think Jerry made a very eloquent argument on the previous point, and it leads to what you're asking about, which is, I think there is a tendency, we should not fall into the trap of just holding one person to one standard and everyone else to a different standard. I do think it's interesting, three of us have all worked at the Wall Street Journal or work at the Wall Street Journal, and
I did before I left the office.
Yes, exactly. And our former Jerry's predecessor, a couple of predecessors ago, Paul Steiger, used to always remind us, saying, "Look, I could argue something round or I could argue it flat, but in the end, stick to the facts." And I think sometimes there is too much of a tendency to interpret a fact to a degree that it goes into opinion. And I think part of our job is to, again, remind ourselves that our readers are not as, readers, viewers, users, are not as ignorant or stupid as we think they are. And I think part of that is to be more transparent. Part of that is to be more forthcoming about what we know and what we don't know. The first rule we all learned is, don't just tell your readers what you know, please tell them what you do not know. And I think that's important.